What's up, fam? It's B-Dub here, coming back to you with another Monster Energy Supercross video. Today's video is going to be talking about defending first place. Everybody knows once you get into that first place position, you got to figure out ways to hold on to it until the checkered flag. And you'll see here, once it shows the gate, I'm in a decent spot. There's some people to my left, some people to my right. Thankfully, I was able to get a good gate drop. I'm able to get out in front quickly. I do baby this corner a little bit just so I know I didn't slide out. I was able to obtain the whole shot, and then looking at the mini map on the bottom left of the screen, you could see a majority of the field didn't wash out a crash in that first corner, so I knew I had to make sure I hit my lanes and my lines correctly. As well as making sure I hit every rhythm section pretty much to perfection. You'll see there I overjumped it a little bit, but was able to hit my brakes, downshift, and get out of there. But games like this to me is the reason why I like playing online. It was super competitive. Second place stays with me a majority of the race. There are a couple times I do make little mistakes. Thankfully I didn't fall off my bike once. I didn't crash, which obviously helped. But I do know the guy in second place, was pushing super hard to try to pass me. But yeah, holding on to positions, especially position one, can be tough. There's several times where, you'll have, 4, 5, 6 second lead. Those ones, some people think are a breeze, but you just have to make sure that you stay comfortable, just keep on the flow of the track, hitting the rhythm sections, and not making silly mistakes to lose the position. Like we saw if you watched the Supercross in Detroit, it was this last weekend. Aaron Plessinger, he had a super comfortable lead. It was like a 7-8 second lead, and just made one silly mistake with 2 laps left. Ended up having kind of a brutal crash, not only losing the position, but also I don't even think he was able to finish the race due to his bike being all mangled up. So I was super bummed about that. I'm a big AP fan. I do like Aaron Plessinger. I think he's a super solid dude. Pretty humble, super fun to watch, as well as his interviews to me are priceless. But yeah, so that's kind of an example there is, having that comfortable lead, but still making sure that you're hitting the same rhythms and lanes that you have been. That way you're not getting out of your comfort zone, you know what's working. But here in an example of having somebody directly behind me knowing that if I have one hiccup, I could lose, first place. Things like this was like the battle we saw with Kickstart Kenny and Barsha when they were going at it for about 5 to 6 laps. As viewers, of course, we love watching that. That's extremely fun for them. They probably didn't think it was as exciting at the time that we did. But yeah, so that's 2 kind of main things that happen when you're in position 1 and you're trying to hold on to it. You'll see here on the over-under, a lot of people like to just, be in third gear and just gun it and, go launching up in the air. To me, I don't think that's really the right route to go. I think we're trying to roll over or jump the front face and land on the downside. I think that's the fastest way, and I do that a majority of this race, thankfully, with the guy being directly behind me. Another thing, too, about this is the rhythm section after the hole shot. Thankfully, I have that down fairly quickly where I know that, having your bike stay low to the ground is faster. And you'll see here after this corner is what I'm talking about. You'll see the first jump, kind of just do a little single, then you land up on top of the tabletop, keeping your bike as low as possible. That way you can keep the speed and the momentum going. But yeah, so this is kind of what happens the whole race as we go back and forth, and I get a little bit of cushion, and then sometimes I'll mess up on a rhythm section or whatnot, and then he comes back up and gets fairly close to me. Thankfully, I was able to keep my lanes going and my keeping the same lines. Once we started getting the lap riders, of course, if you guys have ever been there, it gets kind of nerve-wracking, and you sit there and you're trying to avoid them while keeping the same flow going on the track. I keep the same lanes pretty much the whole race here. There's a couple times you'll see that I change it up a little bit, but not a whole lot. I was comfortable with what I was doing. I know that he was getting close, but I truly believed I was faster than him, so I knew just keep doing what I was doing, and I should be on the top step in the podium. One thing I do want to let you guys know, all my videos that I make, they're actually captured on my PlayStation 5. What I do then is I actually transfer them over to my iPad, and I edit all my videos on my iPad. So none of my videos are done on PC. It's something that's kind of unique. You don't see a whole lot of it on YouTube anymore. I feel like ever since the pandemic and COVID and everybody wanted to become content creators, everyone got PCs and things like that. But everything I'm doing is strictly done on my PlayStation 5 and my iPad. So if you guys have any feedback, please make sure you leave it in the comment section below. I would love to get some feedback of what you guys are wanting to see. Some suggestions you guys think I could do. I am new at this, even just doing the voiceovers. It's extremely new to me. So please let me know what you guys think. I really would appreciate that. Another thing too is I really enjoy what I'm doing. It's fun. I love seeing the comments and the likes and the views. To me, it seems like there's not a whole lot out there on YouTube for Monster Energy Supercross 6 for online gameplay. But yeah, so you'll see here, I saw that he actually fell back there at the last corner, so I knew that on this one I just had to go around the corner nice and slow and keep holding on to that first place position. But if you guys have any comments or anything like that, please leave them in the section below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, fam.